What's up, my folks? I hope everyone's doing good. Shy Doll, she's done so good with that puppy, man. I have to show y'all what that pup's turning into. She's just a little bear. I'm so proud of her. She went from, I didn't think she was going to make a good mama to an excellent mama dog. I mean, I'm very, very proud of this dog. She's really turned it around. You know, you have to be honest with your evaluation of dogs, guys, and give them all the fair chance and just be honest. Don't pick and choose who your friends are and what you're going to say of the dog just because you're friends with somebody or not friends with somebody. Or, you know, the dogs are the individual unit. Okay, you have to pretty much be honest if you want to have good dogs, and be honest with yourself, because there's so much lies and deceit in these dogs as a whole anyway. You don't want to be the one doing it to yourself. Okay, damn deer sign everywhere. But you know, that's the facts. I mean, you have to evaluate them all equally. Like with me, I raise all my dogs the same. They all get the perfect opportunity. I don't care how one's bred or where one comes from, or I don't coddle one or baby one because I'm friends with somebody that I got them from, or I might have paid more for one or bred them off of something I'm favoritism toward. None of that. Okay, they all get the same treatment, the same looky-loo. Okay, and they all get the same grades. I mean, if they're graded the same. If they turn out good, they turn out good. If they don't, they don't. It's just the way it's got to be. All right, I've had a lot I don't like telling people when y'all ask me, what about these dogs or those dogs or those dogs? It's kind of like this. If I had dogs in my yard before and they're not here now, it's probably a reason for it. Okay, if I'm not using them in the program, or it may not mean that they were bad dogs, but it wasn't as the level that I want to continue with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I had questions about disappointments. Have I ever had disappointing litters? Hell yeah, I've had disappointing litters. I've had a lot of disappointing litters, you know, and then I've had a lot of great litters off of dogs that I didn't, at first was like, well, maybe this will work, maybe it won't, you know, and they turn out great. You know, it's just, that's the way it works. I had some questions about Cherry. All right, Cherry's a phenomenally producing dog. Now, honestly, I don't like those dogs. Okay, like the blood and all, that's not my cup of tea. But them like Cherry and Trouble on them are good ass dogs, and they produce good ass dogs. And they have some qualities I don't like, yes, but they produce phenomenal when I cross them out to the right shit. All right, like people are asking if I've ever bred Rusty with Cherry. I seen the comment on that. No, we didn't. We never bred Rusty to Cherry, and there was a reason why. I didn't breed her to Cherry because I didn't want to. I did it to her brother. We bred her to Rex one time, okay? And there was a few dogs in that litter that were pretty good, above average, you know, pretty fair dogs. But there was also a lot that weren't, okay? They weren't, the percentages were not what I was expecting from her for her ability, all right? Where Cherry has the ability to produce very high percentage litters of very high caliber dogs. Just like, you know, I heard through, everyone's told me, you know, about the killer dog, about how I was blessed to breed the killer. Well, first of all, I'm just going to straighten that out. I paid to breed the killer. I did it to see because I wanted some different Eli stuff in the yard. But that was another breeding. There was a couple good dogs out of that litter. Fair dogs. You know, I think there's one in Georgia. I know there's one in Texas. But the percentage wise was not the level that I expected. Okay? It just, and that's what I'm saying. You just got to be honest with it. I raised them all right, give them all a fair shake, excited to have them, you know. But in the end of the day, you got to take with what you see. You can't, I can't sit here and lie because, oh, the papers are so great and look how this breeding is and this and that and all this, you know, there's better. I got better off of her. Like, for instance, like even the Tank and Cherry breeding was phenomenal. That little Tinker dog's phenomenal. Just phenomenal fucking dogs. Cherry and Clubber, phenomenal. Like a different level, phenomenal. Like 10s, you know, super game, super hard mouth, super endurable, super good intelligence. You know what I mean? It's just, that's what I'm saying. When you find something like that, you got to go with it. You can't say, well, I want to do this because I like the papers, or I like the person, or I want to do this, or I don't like the person, so I'm not going to use this shit. If the dogs are good, it doesn't matter. You know, just like this little bitch here, phenomenal bitch, phenomenal. Ask anybody that's ever hunted beside her. She's a great fucking dog. You know, people always like, I seen some comments when I said, I did the post about the Pepe breeding. Yeah, Pepe gets a lot of hate. Usually your good dogs are going to catch a lot of hate, you know, and people, and you're, remember what we're into, guys. Remember the type of people that are into these dogs. They have to talk a good dog down, and they talk a bad dog good. Same with the people, you know. They'll talk a good man down and a bad dog. I mean, a dog man can make one fuck up, and forget to do one thing, forget, you know, some bullshit, and he's a piece of shit. You know, that's the way this shit works. Okay? But all I can do is what I see. And what I see with my own eyes is those fucking Pepe dogs are the truth. You know what I mean? It got nothing to do with anything else. I just go with what I see. Like, she's a Pepe dog. Phenomenal fucking bulldogs. The total package dogs. Intelligence, we can put that in them. That's why I bred Rusty to it. Because Rusty throws a smart fucking dog. That's just the truth. And that's why I bred her to Rusty. They're both total package dogs. You know, I get higher percentages off of Rusty than probably any dog I've ever had. You know, it's just not just, I wasn't even, when I had Rusty when he was younger, hell, Rusty was 4.5 years old before he even got bred. You see what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'm going to breed him. He's done showed me he's such a hell of a dog. I'm going to breed this dog. He deserves to be bred. And bam, look at what I got. I didn't breed, his paperwork wasn't all stacked up or anything and producing like a fucking golden dick. You know what I mean? It's just, that's the way you got to be in these dogs. You got to take what is given to you, what you're blessed with, for real blessed with, and be honest with yourself on the other end. People get too wrapped up in the other end of it, and that's why you get paper hung dogs. They'll have an average paper dog that produces the phenomenal, and they'll hang papers on him so people will want to breed to them. They'll get good dogs, so everyone's high on it. But the fact of the matter is that shit happens all the time. I don't do that. I just, what you get is what you get. And what the dog is what the dog is. I don't care how many people want to get in their feelings and all that shit's fine. But I got to only be honest with what is in front of me. I got to be honest with what I see and about the dogs. That's why I say all of them, they all get the same evaluation. They all get the same opportunities. You know, I never say, well, man, I paid a lot for this puppy, or I had a lot into this dog, or what. I'm going to coddle it. Or this is off of my shit, I'm going to coddle it. Or, and the other end is I never take a dog off of somebody else's shit and try to make it look bad. That's another thing a lot of dog men will do. They'll be hard on somebody else's shit and not hard on theirs. They won't, that's not being honest with yourself. You know, remember when I told you guys before, I believe every dog has its day. You can make all dogs perform bad. You can make all dogs quit if you're stupid. You know, hunting them back to back, not letting them heal up, not letting them get the proper age on them. Yeah, you can make a man's dog look like trash. But that's the person doing it, not the dog. You know, that's why I'm saying give them all the same fair opportunity and be honest with everything you do with them, you know. And then once you get it worked out, you know what you got to do. If you get a breeding that you know is making phenomenal dogs and you have the pair, that's your clique. Stay with it, man. You know, like with Cherry, I had to learn what worked with her and what gave me great dogs. And what I learned is you can breed her to anything and get a good dog. Every time we bred her, we got good dogs. We never had a one litter that we didn't get some good dogs out of it. But being honest about it, other dogs gave us much better dogs. You know what I mean? Like, I still don't know if she's produced anything better than the clubber stuff. And I mean, Cherry's produced great dogs in every litter. Well, above average in every litter and great in several litters. So, I mean, people get wrapped up in these fantasies and shit. It ain't all going to work out all the time. It's just the way it is. And truly, the people that get them is what's going to give you your best results. If you got smart people that are honest with the dogs and give the dogs a fair shake and have an understanding of an animal, you're going to have a better percentages. That's why the guys that don't sell their dogs, every time you see their dogs hunt, they're so good, because they're doing them right. It's not somebody that just goes out and buys a grown dog or a 15, 16 month old puppy, and then 3 months later they're talking about how the dog didn't work out. But he worked out for 1 or 2 time hunts, and then, well, how many times can you hunt a 15-month-old puppy in 2 months? You see what I'm saying? You know, you got to think about that, guys. They get wear and tear on them, and it takes them a while, especially if they get cut bad. You keep busting them open or get hit real hard, body shots, you know. When they have that gear on and they get hit in the body, you might not see the damage. It might be inside them. And you take them out again before they're healed up, you got a good chance of ruining a young dog. You know, that's just the way it works, man. You guys gotta be honest with yourselves about it. And when you evaluate your dogs, be honest with the dog all the way around. Come on. You know, be honest with your breedings. Don't candy coat it. And, you know, but like I said, you're going to have people that's their whole plan is to talk the dogs. You can't really talk them. This is not this ain't like Jeopardy. You have to, they have to all pull their own weight and all have their own skill set. If they don't, they don't. It's no offense against anybody. If they don't work out, they don't work out. It's just the way it works. It's not a big deal. It's not a lot of people get that shit and wear that shit on their sleeve. Now, you ruin a dog because your own stupid shit, yeah, I won't have nothing to do with you. But if the dogs just don't work out or don't cut the mustard, I mean, there ain't no big deal. No love, no fucking heartache, you know. Try another one. That's how it works sometimes. It's just like men, you know. You guys that work with a bunch of guys, especially like hard jobs, like construction. How many guys do y'all go through every year till you get a good solid dude? You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with these dogs. Same way. But anyway, folks, yeah, there is going to be disappointments, man. I don't have like this magic fucking touch where everything I touch turns to gold. I'm just like everybody else. We take the good, we take the bad, and we just keep on moving forward, you know. But I like to think now that I've got a little bit better handle on it after all these years, that I can be honest about it. Before I would, you know, you can't make excuses is my point. The shit don't work, it don't work, you know. Cut your losses and go find something that does, you know, and give everything a fair shot. You know, I'm not saying just if you get one dog from somebody and it don't work out, that's their shit. No, give them dogs. If you know that shit's working, you may have just got the bad apple. You may have ruined him. You didn't raise him right. You know you didn't. You know if you fucked the dog up. You be honest with yourself, you know. But anyway, folks, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe and keep on bulldogging.